Hello everybody, this is James Harrison Bacon, BMI recording artist. I'll be a guest on Tea Time with Bunky at 7 p.m. December 14th. Be sure to tune in. Hope to see you there. Bye.
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. This is Message. Hi, Dan. All right.
Welcome to Tea Time with
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky.
This is super recent.
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I missed you guys. I really did. Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, me and my guest. I hope you can hear me now. Can you hear me, James? Nod if you can. Okay. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I would like to thank all of my Tea Time with Bunky followers and subscribers. All of my new followers, thank you. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tea Time with Bunky. Trying to get my channels up. I would like to mention VGN. Shout out to the VGN Village Global Network, where you can hear. Well, you can't hear it on VGN, but you can hear it on Zeno FM. Zeno FM. You can hear Culture Shock Radio. We're on Culture Shock, which is in Canada. Rockbox Radio, Radio Facero, which is in Mexico. Wapter Music FM, and those are on Thursdays at 8 a.m. You can listen to it, and on Sundays at 12 p.m. on Godfidence Radio, which we are aired in, I think, 190 countries now at this point. Global network. Shout out to VGN. Powered by Zeno FM with additional online support to radio by Online Music Box. I'm getting confused because you know what? Seems like I haven't done this in forever. I don't know what is going on. There's been a few glitches lately with Tea Time, but we're building it back up. My guest tonight is a returning guest. He's a returning guest. He was on originally April 21st, 2022. Let me tell you about my guest. His name is James Harrison Bacon. He's an international BMI singer, songwriter, composer of 5 CDs, currently working on his 6th. He graced the cover of Music Lovers magazine 3 times with numerous articles with featured songs. He recorded and collaborated with artists from Germany, Australia, Bolivia, Italy, producers in Spain, Enrique Martin, he's going to tell me if I'm saying it right, Nambia, Nasho Wangazi, and Don Donetsky, here, no offense, Alana Chris, Marquis Smith, Envy Thomas, and Cedric Mack. He's originally from Neptune, New Jersey. Shout out to Neptune, New Jersey. And with the new podcast beginning January 2024. So we're going to talk about all of this. Welcome. Hi. How are you? Welcome back.
Oh, it's been a minute.
It's been a year. It's been a year.
Yeah.
So how you doing?
Getting whiter and brighter as I get older.
Ain't we all? So since you've been on, I gave everybody a little bit about you. What I missed. Tell the people a little bit about you. What I missed.
Well, you didn't really miss too much of anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of like after 10 straight years of recording and writing, I needed a break. I needed a year of just taking one step back to take 2 steps forward. So that's what I've done. I pretty much just closed up shop for a minute. You got to
Okay.
do that. 10 years straight. 10 years straight. You know, nonstop.
Well, I
So,
I released your video on. I announced it. I shared your video on my Facebook page.
mhm.
The all I gotta say about that.
Oh yeah, that's all I gotta say about
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about that because I want to know what you got to say about that. But before before we get
it.
in, before we get into it, um, last year I can see the difference. Sorry, excuse the cough. I still am not 100%. Um, there's a difference, a big difference. I feel a big difference from our first conversation, right? From
Right.
our first conversation, you had a lot. You had a lot going on. I mean, like you had. I had shared this song. Wait a minute. You were number 13 in New York City in the world genre category, number 13 nationally, number 49 globally at the time.
Okay.
So, naming the artist, first of all, did I pronounce anybody wrong?
Nasho.
Not
Nasho Wangozi.
Nashu Wangozi. And he's from Nam-
Namibia. Namibia.
Namibia. I don't know.
Namibia. I know it's a tongue twister, yeah.
So
And
you're
Don Den-
global. He's
yeah,
what?
and Don Donaski. Donaski. Don
Denise.
Donaski.
Denise. Yeah, I knew I butchered his name. And I knew that. That wasn't on purpose. But it works out actually because Tea Time is global. You're global. So you're giving your audience and my audience a chance to combine.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's what's up.
Uh-huh.
That
Oh,
is what's up. Okay, now you started, this is your second career, right? This is your
yeah.
second career. You
Yes.
started going hard into music at the age of 54,
My
right?
first. Yep. That's it.
When you start, see, I went back, I did my homework. This time I'm more prepared. Uh, which has been happening. It seems like there's something about those 50s. When you hit those 50s, you just reinvent yourself. Is that what
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah. It's like it's when I finally had a chance to do something I dreamt about my whole life. It gives you the opportunity. So when I seen I had the chance, I was going to be doing it for other people.
Uh-huh.
I started my studio for other people, but I realized that hey, I write songs too. So that's when I started recording at 54, and I'm releasing my first CD at 54. But I never threw away old songs, or I just kept everything in a safe place,
Mm.
'cause hoping one day I was going to be able to, you know. So
So you had like a vault already. Your stuff was ready to go.
it was ready. My songs are ready. Yeah.
It- okay. So when did you start writing them? Was this in your earlier years at like when you lived in Neptune? If you want to go back and let's talk about growing up in Neptune, New Jersey. Shout out to Neptune.
Mhm.
My
Okay.
family is
Yeah, our families,
yeah.
Uh, check it out. I started writing poetry, and then I wrote a poem, and I realized that there were lyrics. So that happened on Prospect Avenue. My mom lived on Prospect, and I was sitting on the porch, and that's when I really realized that my love of music, actually, I was doing it, and I didn't even really realize I was doing it. I called it poetry.
Mhm.
So I wrote my first songs at 19. Naturally, I got better over the years. I um, I have a book, like I said, a couple of them, where I typed up everything that I've written and put them in sleeves. 10 copies each sleeve. So that way, like some songs that I have on my new album, my last CD. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my last CD, I had songs on there from 1986 and 1980 and 1995. There's two songs on there that I've written that far back that I brought to life on that CD.
And what were those?
It was Fly Away
Okay.
and Autumn Fall. Those two right there.
Okay. From your last show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cause see, I
What were old
remember them.
school?
Yep, I
Yeah.
remember them. Okay. Now you were having a project coming out um May 2022. Did that come out? One Life?
Yeah, that was the city. Yeah, the
Okay.
release.
All
Yeah, it's
right.
been a year. It's been a year.
Well
It's been
done.
a year.
Yes, it's been a year.
Yeah.
It's been a whole year.
It's
Um,
still riding. It's still riding.
hey Aunt
So
Mary. Yeah, yeah, they are. They are. They're still and they're relevant. They're relevant. Uh, what influenced it? Like what was the influence of writing music at such a young age? Like what were your influences?
my influences
Yeah.
mm, um listening to playing my stereo to death like everybody that age does. Um I used to love to listen to Maurice White's lyrics, Stevie
Mhm.
Wonder's lyrics. I'm a great listener of really good, solid lyrics.
Mhm.
I'm old school, so that's what we do.
Which is needed. Okay.
Whether it's Fleetwood Mac, um, Aerosmith, then I listened to the Police at certain as the years went on, and I listened to um, you know, I- Gap Band, Confunction to me is one of my, they're close to me, and the Brothers Johnsons, I love music like that. I love the Brothers Johnson's slow songs.
Mhm.
Everybody want to, get, Stomp and all the other songs, right? But their slow songs are beautiful. Like Tomorrow is on their first album, came out in 1976. It's an instrumental, but I think back on the block, they let Tevin Campbell sing it. They put words to it, and Tevin Campbell sang the song. Uh, the lyrics were written by Sadia Garrett, uh, and she gave the song to little Tevin Campbell at the time,
Okay.
But that song is a very beautiful song. The instrumental to me is what I listen to. Then going further, the system. I like the funk and the groove of the system. Uh, and I got all their music naturally. I love Patrice Rushen. She wrote some beautiful songs too. Uh, Certain people just always, Michael McDonald, always stuck out of my head as far as being great writers, and I always stuck to that. I always want to write something that have like meaning to it,
Mhm. Thank you.
powerful meaning to it,
Yeah.
you know,
Thank you.
him upside the head meaning, like listen up meaning, you know.
So the artist you named, and but you know what the song, the instrumental of Tomorrow, I'm thinking for some reason that is the instrumental that the Winans brothers used for their song Tomorrow. I think that they wrote song words to it. I think it was that one. I would have to go check. 'Cause you said was it just the instrumental, right?
And on their 1976 Look Out for Number One
Out for
album,
number
the Brothers Johnsons, uh, I'll Be Good to You was on the album.
Mhm.
I'll Be Good to You. But Tomorrow is like one of the last songs on the track on the album,
I have to
but
listen to that
it's
because I really
instrumental.
think that's the one the Winans, the gospel group, the Winans. I think that's the beautiful song. Listening to the artists that you've named, right? That is that where you get your style from? The Afro pop, indie, and house music type flow. Is that where you get that? Where does that come from?
That is really a good one. And you never stop learning. Okay. So
Or you
what
don't?
happened was, back in Jersey, I was going to Club 88, Zanzibar, Club America in New York. I was going to South Jersey and Philadelphia, hanging out with my brother. We would always go out. But I love house music. I like to dance. I'm not a electric slider or electric slide. I like stuff like that, right? So
I'm a line dancer.
I went to a club here in Atlanta, and I never really heard much of Afro house. I heard of house, but I never heard of Afro house. So
Could you
I
explain what
heard
that
it.
is for people that don't know what Afro House is? Is there like
Afro house, yeah, it's like it's from um a lot of the artists that I listen to are from the motherland.
okay,
Okay, name a country. Okay, they have. So I went to a show here. They have big shows here in Atlanta, right? But they're from all over. They're like in Chicago, New York City, New Jersey, Philly. They all come down this way. People from overseas, you name a country, they're here. It's very big over in other parts of the world. Put it that way, in other parts of the world. But it's big in here in America. But it's not as big following here in America as our R&B and the young folk and
hmm
But Afro House is real unique because it's pretty much the lyrics when they have them are real earthy, real. They have meaning, serious meaning, but the music is what I love about Afro House. Uh, um, it's similar to Caribbean or island music, but I would say with their instruments that they have over there, um, they make it even more. It makes you want to dance. It
okay,
just makes you want to dance, really.
drums
And
and things,
they
right?
usually use live percussionists along with the DJ. The
hmm
DJ's spinning, and there's people down there playing percussions, and it makes it even more bouncier, and you want to party more. You want to get your party on. So it's like you can't. So you walk to the club, you're like, uh, uh, okay, let's get to do it. Let's do it. By yourself. There is no. Can I have this dance? Oh no.
Right, right, right. Who does that?
Everybody's like full. It'd be some ladies from Belgium. There'd be some brothers from London. There'd be some brothers from Angola. They'd be having these DJs called the Afro Warriors. They're from Angola.
Okay,
The DJs and Black
are they
Coffee.
in the states?
Well, they come. They're
They do
international.
come to say, okay, all right,
You know, they'd be in
mhm,
Australia somewhere partying. It's really big around the world. So
okay,
what I found out was my music is considered Afro pop because
okay.
it's 3.5, 4.5 minutes long. Theirs is like 7 minutes, like an old school giant 45.
Yeah,
It's just one song will make you sweat to death. The second song will almost kill you. So right. I almost blacked out twice. Because
dancing.
I had to have every time I go, I could carry a sweat rag. And everybody be hollering, Bacon, you got your sweat rag? I'd be like, I got it, bro. Gotta
You
have it,
be
right?
out there turned up.
You can't wear nothing like this. You gotta wear your Flojo Nike midriff with the tight pants on and your skippy sneakers because it's a workout. It's pretty much a workout.
Well, it might help me because I don't like to work out, so maybe I need to do something like that. Let me ask you, how have your music evolved over the years? You seen the evolution?
Yeah, I do. And it's a blessing of meeting certain people and the right people,
Mhm.
uh, and just I think life just has a big impact on your writing too. From the age of like say 32 to like 42, hey, that's 10 years from 42 to 52, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but I've always been true to myself. Bunky. I've always been like listening to, like I said, the people I mentioned. Like I was in the Air Force. So, when I was like 21, 22, I'm listening to Fleetwood Mac Rumors album, which is a classic album. I'm listening to them and I'm listening to the Brothers Johnson. I'm listening to Earth, Wind and Fire, growing up with them. So as you listen, you kind of develop your own. The main thing about songwriting is trying to develop your own style. You
Yeah, I
never
was
want to
going to
sing.
ask you that. Your process. That was something I was gonna, and you drove right into it. So, what is your process? You have your style. You were going into that. So, what is your process? Your
Uh,
songwriting process,
last time I had you laughing, so I
and you're
want
probably
to.
going to again.
Remember I told you about the cassette deck
Oh
and
God, yes.
my
Walking around with
keyboard
the
over
cassette.
here, and my keyboard. I'd be like, I can't play it all, right? I told you I can't play. So
I don't know
I'll
if
get
y'all
it.
remember that when you push record. That one where you press record and you put a little bit in.
Hmm. And
For
then I
those that
save it,
remember.
and I save it until like the next morning, so I won't forget it because I forgot a lot of songs while laying in bed, getting ready, trying to fall asleep. But I'd be having like, even in my dreams, I'd
Mhm.
be having like shows, but I'd be having original songs that nobody had ever done that So before I doze off into that deep sleep, I just jump up, run, go to my little cassette recorder, hit play, and I'll go, I see a lot of songs I write. I don't even have, I don't need to do that back there. I just have melody in mind already.
Mhm.
So when I sing it to my producer, you know, he picks up the main chorus, and that's where we start from, and we build from the bottom up with the chorus, and all kinds of different stuff in between, pre-chorus, whatever. But if they grasp the main chorus of me singing a cappella with no instrumentation, uh, they were like, okay, I see how it goes. It goes like this, right? I'm like, yeah, okay. So they feel it, they got it. And then we would just, what other instruments do you hear? Then we start the building process.
Mhm.
Sometimes it takes us 7 hours straight for one song, But the producer I have now, Chris Marquis Smith, he's a very meticulous man. You don't leave his house with his name on something that's not worthy, you
And
know?
he's the one out of Atlanta, right? He's out of
Yes.
Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Nelly. Okay. All right. Let me ask you, because this wasn't on a thing, and I don't know if we mentioned it before, but how do you connect with these people, these producers? Like, what do you do to meet somebody like the Keys, the Mr. Well, Mark Keys and NB Thomas, the people out of Spain and Italy? How do you meet people like this?
We were on a website, a music website where you place your original songs. It
Mhm.
was called Vandalism with the F, like vandalism, but
Fandom.
vandalism.
Okay.
And I
That
met
didn't
some,
scare you a little bit?
huh?
Your comparison just now, vandalism to vandalism, that didn't scare you like, "Wait a minute, this could be, suspect." That didn't instantly my
No.
radar went off, like, because you said it's vandalism, the website, right? And then you
Yeah.
compared it to help me understand better. You said, like, vandalism, which is theft. So I'm
Right.
like, you did see, that's
I
just I
didn't know
guess
what
that's
else.
just the way my mind thinks. I don't
I didn't know what else to use to rhyme
right.
with
And it worked.
vandalism.
Right.
I didn't. These artists, international, all over the world,
Mhm.
come to that website. They came to that website. So I met Wolfgang Lang from Germany on there, and Nick 108 from Australia. We did 3 songs together. Me and Wolfgang did 3 songs together. Then Jack Scannell and Michael Heitzelman from Germany, Berlin. Uh, we
Wow.
all say, hey, well, let's do a job. Let's collaborate. Hey, let's collaborate. Hey, let's
Okay.
collaborate. And that's how we all did songs together. It was like a
That's
big community, you know?
that's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
That's well, I'm glad it worked out, and I'm glad you're not as suspicious as I am because just the thought of it instantly scared me really quick. Now, your music, which is there's no explicit lyrics. People can listen to it without it disturbing their spirit, without, you know, without needing a radio version versus your music, you can just play it.
Right.
How important is that to you?
I would say 100% important. Um, uh, I, I didn't, like I said, I'm from the generation where I wasn't listening to it, right? So I
Right.
can't be swayed by anything now. So I started out writing songs, admiring, people like Quincy Jones and the Brothers Johnsons were new. He was introducing them to the world. So
Mhm.
every song I heard back then,
Right.
every song I heard did not really have any explicit lyrics. Lover's Holiday, he's talking about love. Uh, Maurice White, Open Our Eyes is a spiritual song. So I'm in the spiritual category too. I don't consider myself a Christian, like Christian category.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can, but not gospel because gospel, I don't have a mass choir behind me or nothing like that.
Okay.
So I'm like number 33 in the country on the spiritual side. Uh, I'm number one in my area, number two in the city of Atlanta right now, and I'm number 43 globally on the
Oh,
spiritual
okay.
side.
Congratulations.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, you got to give credit. Hey, look, I know how I got to be where I'm at. Okay, so without him, I ain't. You know,
That is so important. It's I've been in situations where I'm learning now. Tea time with Bunky is I'm changing now. Um, I'm learning that I don't have to take everybody. People that want to come on my platform, um,
Mhm.
because I'm not compromising who I am, basically. You know, and a couple of the villagers. I'm a part of VGN, Village Global Network. Shout out to the VGN. Um, they've told me they was like, you can say no because there were people that I've had on the show or was going to come on the show and it really wasn't a fit. It just really, and I don't like to tell people, I don't like to censor people, put it like that. I want to be able to have a conversation with you and I'm not prepared for what's coming out of your mouth, meaning the vulgarity or the violent talk. That's just not who I am. And that's not what Tea Time stands for or represents. So having somebody like you on is a big deal because I can have a straight conversation with you and I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a pause button, a 5 minute, So that means a lot. That means so much. So I appreciate you for that. So thank you so much.
Comes with age.
Not even because there's some older people that's still out of control out there in those streets. So it
Yeah,
doesn't, so no, it's not age.
to see the clubs out. Yeah, if you, I think you would last 5 minutes in the club that
Oh
I
my
would.
God. That's why I
It'd
didn't do club.
be ladies old, it'd be ladies, right? I'm 66 and three quarters, right? So I'll
Mhm.
be 67 in about 3 more weeks, right? I'm
Well,
having a
happy
big,
early birthday.
oh, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
so, if you were raised without that, you're not going to be a part of that
Right.
because it's not in your generation. It's not in your, it's not
Yeah.
with you. It's not
Right.
with you. So I'm happy. You know, I don't
Mhm.
know, if I was to be, say, 31 now or 28, would I even still be, like, would I be driven or swayed to write songs like the ones that have the explicit lyrics and stuff? Would I be swayed that direction?
Mhm.
I don't know. Everybody is their own person.
Right.
I may be a cornball today if I was young today. I'd be a nerd,
You
you
be-
know, be a Poindexter. Like I got
How
my Poindexter. So
how
maybe.
don't knock the glasses. Don't knock the glasses. How important is it to you? This wasn't in, but it goes with the conversation. How important is it to you for people to stay true to their selves? Because I'm sure there are artists that would be in this lane kind of, or maybe have a little bit more, but weren't their plan when they went into the music business, the music field, was to be um marketable, right? Be marketable. Um, but then they get into the studio or whatever, and then they realize or are told the only way to make it in this business is to use the explicit lyrics to talk about violence and drug addiction and glamorize that. How important is it for the young artists coming in now to be able to say, no, that's not who I am. I'm going to stand on my truth. Or
Well,
do they compromise?
um, it really, I would say it all depends on where their head is at.
Mhm.
If their head is on it, see, I tell people I do it for the art's sake
Right,
of doing it. I'm not trying to do it for the money, you
right,
know. That's being true to yourself. If you're
right.
not doing it, if you're not money driven because of this, uh, and you're putting out way more than you're getting back. It's your passion, it's your love, and at the end of the day, excuse me, I can sit back and say, you know what though, I really like that song,
Mhm.
because I'm still catching it,
Right.
uh, you know, uh, but can't nobody take it away from you. Can't nobody never take it away from you. They don't know the hard work you put into creating and bringing something that you've written to life,
Mhm.
you know. Uh, Even when I go to clubs and I see people performing on stage, right? Um, they're singing everybody else's stuff, right? Okay. Now, a couple of artists that I know, and I go support them when they playing in town. Uh, they're playing like everybody's other people's music. They're not playing their own. So I always talk to them and I ask them, "You got anything original coming out?" Any original material, And it was like, nah, man, I got to pay these bills, bro. So I gotta, you know, got another show tonight, tomorrow night. They'll be singing the same songs the next night.
Mhm.
So you, if you have to stay original. You got to be original. You got to do your, you got to do you. I got that from one of the brothers Johnsons told me that. He told
Okay.
me, I asked him, see, sometimes you have to take a chance, Mark. You remember
Yeah.
we talked about it before. You have to take a chance. And, I would messenger this guy, right? I would say, hey, could you please listen to my song and give
Oh,
me
wow.
a honest feedback because I'm not really getting it. And, you'd be helping me out a lot because if I don't have it and I need to go plant tomatoes and collards and beans, greens, tomatoes, if I need to go do that, and give up my passion. So he listened to it. He came right, nice, right? The people that really, really made it are really the nicest people you ever want to meet. Because some of them really would like to give you a drop of some knowledge. And so he told me that he loved my lyrics. He loved the tone of my voice, where I'm getting from people that haven't won um, free groceries or a loaf of bread, telling me what I need to be doing. Okay, I'm getting this from a Grammy winner. Okay,
Mhm.
he says,
Right.
do you stay true to yourself and don't listen to what other people have to say, and you'll be fine.
I think that's where any entrepreneurship, when you're stepping out of the norm, out of your comfort zone, there's going to be judgment all around you. People going to tell you you can't do it. Oh, it's just a phase, and you're wasting your time. You need to go get a 9 to 5. You need to do this. You need to do that. But if it's your true calling, if it's your true calling, you're going to keep at it. You're going to be consistent with it, and it's going to pay off eventually. And it may be
Yeah.
a side thing, like this is my fun time. This right here. But do I
Uh-huh.
have a job to pay the bills? Yes, I need. But nobody can tell me, well, you need to shut down tea time. No, this is what I do in my own free time, and it's my passion. Like you with your passion. And I want to get behind this song. I want to know the story behind all I gotta say about that because you stress that in the song. What what is that about? Like what is like I
Ah.
want to say about that because that's I could see me saying that with like a in the bunky version. All I'm gonna say about that is, so where did that come from? What happened?
This is so funny. Me and Cedric, I was doing this, you know, the lyrics. Over on Vandalism, uh, we started to notice it started getting real clicky, you know, like um, like certain artists would hang out with some other art, certain artists, and they would collaborate, and they would try to put out a project, and they was, and so there's a cool brother over in London named War Vandal, right? War Vandal. He's a guitarist, singer, songwriter, right? And uh, and so I wrote that song, and he was the only one that caught it. Okay, because when you write, you can't just be straight out. Y'all are cliquish, and y'all know you're wrong. You can't do, you gotta be cool about it. So the song is about um, somebody singing a song, or like and the song is like offbeat, and everybody was like, oh yeah, great song. It's always good to give people a little pat on the back or whatever. But I'm like, oh man. So when I say uh it's hard to believe what I hear each day, getting praise, forgotten after played. So they were getting praised, but the song didn't stick at
Horrible.
all. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm getting madder. I'm like James Brown, Big Payback. Remember that Payback? And he's getting madder and madder as the song goes on, right? That's
Yeah.
how. But that's how all I got to say about that is okay. So and when I came up with it, when I came up with that hook, why I'm laughing so hard is that that's what Forrest Gump said in Forrest Gump. He said, Mama passed on the Tuesday, and that's all I
Yep.
got to say about that,
Yeah,
right?
that's it. Yeah. What else you gonna say?
And we're falling out in this. We're falling out. I mean, I'm like, man, but I did not take that. I did not
Thank
take.
God.
I
Uh-huh.
did not take that, and I didn't steal it. It just naturally came out of me. And I don't think there's a copyright on the line. You know, maybe
Right.
there is, but nobody came after me.
Right.
But yeah, that's where I got that from. I got that from being the music business being very clicky because I'm
Right.
telling you, I hear people, I see people, I look at them when I'm watching them on shows and stuff like that. I watch them on late night TV. I mean, ask myself, how in the world did they get on TV? How did they get on TV? Who got the money? But the thing about it is, the best artists I've ever heard are independent artists
Mhm.
that haven't even been discovered. It's a money racketing
Yeah.
business. That's what it is. It's
It's all.
hands down what it is.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
little 17-year-old girls out here in clad dressed clothing, and I saw one the other night, and she's on TV. Mommy and daddy getting paid, the record labels get paid. I would never. I was offered to sign with a label
Mhm.
twice, but I read the contract and it says, we have all rights of your music and all that, and I'm like, I don't think so. So yeah, I could have made a lot of money.
And it's true. I'm glad you mentioned that thing with the 17-year-old girl because who, I think he named who you like.
Who's Rick?
Who do you
Who's Rick Boy Shad?
Oh no, that's my brother in the podcast. That's my little brother. They have a podcast in the studio with the records. They deal with like artists and different things. They have big name old school people on and new school and no, they the truth. Shot in him. He was just he no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. They really know the music business. And you named like a bunch of the older people that you like the earlier. Probably just got on. He probably just got on. Um what about the 17-year-old girls? Yeah, there was I watched one of those awards and there was a girl on there. Um oh my gosh, she was doing the most, but she wasn't doing anything. That makes any sense. She was doing the absolute most, but she wasn't doing a thing. And I was like, really? This is what y'all listen to? This is what's getting the awards and all the money and all of that. And when you mention the parents, that's a big thing too, because it's like the parents are, and this is just me, the people out there don't come for me. It's like the parents are selling their kids. You look at it. They're allowing the way they appear, what's coming out of their mouth, all that. They allow all of that for a check or a house or a car.
It's been happening since little,
At the beginning of time. Yeah.
um,
And it's just
what's the little guy's name who passed away? It's been happening in all areas of entertainment. It's like uh, child stars, and a lot of them
oh,
pass
you know
on.
Gary Coleman?
Yeah, it's
That's
like
a little
he had
guy.
to
I'm
take his
sorry.
parents to
Yeah.
court. He had to take his parents to court. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. That was
So
really sad. It was really sad.
it was horrible. But yeah, it's all about the Benjamins.
Yeah.
I'm not in it for the Benjamins. So
Yeah.
nothing but the Benj. Oh, you remember that song? Nothing but the Benjamins. Yeah, I see you over there. Miss, I don't do that. You're like, I don't do that. But
No,
yeah,
there's
you
some song like I know like catches to them. Like some I don't know the whole song to them, but there's like some that I'm thinking of. Yeah, whatever.
you know what though? It's all good. I don't have any problems with any genre of music. Let me put that
Mhm.
out there first of all. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Me
I
neither. It's
heard.
just the lyrics. That's
Well,
just
you
me.
know what? Yeah, if someone has lived a real, hey, look, I'm not gonna lie, I lived a hard life too. Okay,
Mhm,
all right, I got a lot of hurt to write about.
mhm.
But it's like, what do I choose to do?
Right.
Venom. I feel bad. Like all I got to say about that, that's probably one of the most um, songs. I would say one of the most hurtful songs that I've written because I seen it happening to me, like being excluded. But then on the flip side, I wrote the song "The Plan," which is my spiritual Christian song, "The Plan." I got the video out too, right? And it's all about how you were never ever supposed to fit in, right?
Ah,
Because
yeah.
what he has in store for you is so much greater, a blessed and abundant, graceful life.
Yes.
That's right. So you
Yes.
always wonder why you couldn't fit in, but you were never supposed to fit in.
I never fit in. I never fit in with anybody. I was always an outside.
Do me a favor by not me, because
Yeah.
I just had my reunion, okay? I just had my 40 reunion, and it was like, hey, I'm looking at all the cool guys that
Mhm.
didn't ever want me to hang around them. Now they coming up over to me wanting to, talk with me and shake my hand and say, "Oh, we like what you're doing. You keep at it, brother." It made me feel kind of good, and
Right.
and time heals all stuff.
Right.
So, and I'm not a vengeful person like that, and so I was cool with them, So, um, it's like full circle almost, It's almost like full circle.
At my class reunion, I found out I was popular. I had no idea.
You was popular.
I had
You
no
was a
idea.
queen. You was
But
a
I had no
queen.
idea. I'm like, I'm popular and I don't even know that I'm popular. You know what? Because I'm true to myself. I've always been this person. I've always treated people with kindness. I've always been this person. So maybe that's why. Because honestly, I don't know how that happened. Uh, I don't know.
No,
What are you? Huh?
no, go ahead. You be
What are
true to
you working
yourself.
on now? Yeah, just be yourself. Don't try to fit in. You stand out when you don't fit in.
Thank you. Thank you. You're right.
Yeah.
It's
It's
called doing bunky. It's called doing bunky, and I'm doing James, and we're
yeah.
gonna do it till the brakes fall off, right?
So that's all I know how to do is me, right? People don't realize the importance of being unique. Stop following the crowd. Stop being a follower. But I
Yeah.
guess when it comes to money, I don't know. I'm not in their position, so I'm not judging them. They got to do what they feel like they got to do, whatever works for you, right? So
Yeah.
but just don't be so hard. That's my own thing. Don't be so. It don't take all of that. It doesn't.
No.
Whatever. What are you working on now? You working on any new projects or anything?
Yes. Talked to my producer last week this time, and so I sent over to him stems and um, the music. and the MP3s, and you know, uh, whatever he needed. And I'm about ready to re-record and release four of my favorite songs. Two of them have never seen the light of day yet.
Okay.
Uh, two are gospel, Christian, well, spiritual, and two are going to be R&B, and one's going to be, I will say, Afro house, Afro Afro pop. So since I don't write anything that's explicit, even though I could, like I said,
Don't.
uh,
Don't.
I'm gonna I'm gonna release two separate uh, EPs, singles. You know what I'm saying? Back to
I think
back.
we
Boom,
went
bam.
over this before. We went over this.
Right,
We
right.
went, what is it? A EP is one?
EP is either one or two or
Okay.
three or four. I was told by Angela at CD Baby, there's no such thing anymore. It's just, it's just either you release a CD. But I still feel like, if it's not more than 6 to 8 songs,
Like
nine
back in the
songs,
day where you're getting your money's worth.
yeah, and that's how I think, but she knows better than more than me. So I'm going to release two, uh, two spirituals and one R&B soul and one Afro on the flip side, like A and B, like a whole 45.
Do they do that? They still do that? At A and B side?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
It'll just be a CD with, or I might have it where you could download it though. And see, that's
Mhm.
another thing
Yeah,
too.
that's
It's
what they
like,
do now. They stream.
yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there and let you can charge you for it, and you can stream it or whatever you want to do.
I'm totally interested in the plan. I gotta go. You said you have a video out for that?
Yeah,
I definitely wanna and it's on YouTube?
yeah. hmm
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I'm definitely I like stuff like that. That
Oh, I
that
wanted to
catches
tell you.
somebody like me. The plan.
I
What
wanted
was
to
the
tell you.
plan? Like, huh?
I'm about ready to start my own podcast.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about we gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk
Yes.
about that in 1 second. Um,
Uh,
but no, we can talk about it now because then I'm gonna ask you the last question. What I saw the podcast beginning January 2024.
right.
What is the name?
I'm so I'm up. I got one song, title here, and I got one title over here. I'm trying to make it to where it doesn't seem like I know everything. You know. Uh, I want to call it a masterclass reaction, uh, meaning that I'm gonna be listening to people's requests of songs. There's a
Uh-huh.
couple of platforms. There's
Like a
probably like
virtual
50.
DJ thing.
Huh?
Like a virtual DJ?
No, well, people will send in a request to have me play uh, a song and for me to react on it. And
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Let me tell you something because you don't know who they are. Shad, Rashad, Rec Boy Shad, that just come and I was telling you about in the studio with the Rec Boys.
right,
They have a segment on their show called Rec or Rec because they're the Rec Boys, which is REC. Everything with them is REC, which is it stands for reaching everything conceivable. See, so that's
okay,
what the REC stands. And they have a segment on their show, Rec WRECK, means you don't like it, it's garbage, boom, get rid of it. Or Rec REC, which means you like it, keep playing. See, so what you're thinking about doing, see, look, y'all have more in common than you thought that quick. See that? Look at that.
but I'm not gonna uh, I'm not gonna sit here at this point in my life, and I'm gonna cut it off at like the late 19 well 2000s, the 2000s. I'm gonna cut it
Mm,
off at the 2000s, okay? Uh, because I don't listen to a lot of stuff today, okay?
mm,
I'm still listening to stuff from the 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, uh, but since I know grown up with these other musicians and artists
Mhm,
from back in the day, uh, and knowing that they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
mhm.
right? They paid their dues. and now they're there, and they put a song, and I watched these shows on YouTube
Mhm.
and how they slam a rock and roll Hall of Famer, you know, or R&B Hall of Famer, you know. I really
Because
didn't
you know
like that.
what? Some of like like you said, and like I said, everybody's taste is different. Like
Yeah,
there's some music, old school, could be a Hall of Fame. I'd be like, ah, no, I don't rock with them. But that's because that's my taste. You know, everybody has their own different taste in
yeah,
music. So, but the only thing I can say about your podcast name is pray on it. Don't create something. Don't give it a name, and then later you're like, I don't want that. Right? See, we have to talk because the name you don't want to keep changing the name. So just pray about it on those two or whatever, and ask the Lord to guide you on which way you should go with that. Like
yeah. I'm do
not
that,
yet.
and I think one day I'm trying to set up like what days do I want to do it for the music, and then I want to have one. I would say twice a month. I would like to have uh,
Okay.
a guest,
Mhm.
like I'm shooting big. I'm going to try to get like a pre-Grammy or Grammy nominated artist or a Grammy winner
See, I had
on
Stellar
here.
Award. I had a Stellar nominees, and to me, that's like Grammys. So I
Oh,
had
yes, it is.
yeah,
Oh,
Miss
Stella,
Tiffany,
yeah.
yeah, from the Stellar Award. Two she was nominated for two Stellar Awards, but she's won multiple Grammys from around the world. So yeah, so I hear you. Like they had old school. I call them old school. I forgot the guy's name because I'm not really into rap, but I know who he is, and he had me dying. He's from the '90s. He's funny as what? He's a rapper or MC. I don't know. I'm not into that. But it's like they do get, they're building up and getting those famous people. One of the ladies in the studio, not in the studio, which is part of VG and Village Global Network, Sam, shout out to Samantha. She is the manager. I believe she's a manager of you remember the Fat Boys?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Kuroski. I'm like fanning out only because I'm visualizing the Fat Boys. So it's like VG and Village Global Network that I'm a part of.
Hmm.
It's a nonstop shop. It's the place to be. We'll have to talk after. We'll we'll talk. So you're gonna have conversations with artists.
Right.
You're gonna do
I want to listen to music
great
reaction.
music reaction. Okay.
So yeah, you send a song through however you want to send it. I think there's Streamlabs and some other uh, uh, platform that you can upload
So
your
these are
request.
artists, not people that are already established.
These are already established artists, like Fleetwood Mac. I want to hear special effect ballerina. I want to hear. Could you play and let me know how you think about Jean-Luc Ponty, Open Mind? How do you feel about Earth, Wind, and Fire, Lover's Holiday? How do you feel about Crystal Waters, Bag Lady, what song, whatever?
So people are going to be asking you your opinion.
Yeah, my reaction. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what if their reaction isn't your reaction? How does that work? Like they're
Well,
sitting there,
see,
I want your opinion on it, and they don't like it, or they like it and you don't like it. That's
see,
kind of
I've tested the waters. I
mhm.
I blessed the house, 20, 40, $50, right, to play a song, right? Uh, I did it like maybe 8 times, and I wanted to see this young fella's reaction to it. It was simply read Jericho. Okay, I don't think he even heard of Simply Red. I have. Okay. Uh, and Jericho was on his first CD, which was like quadruple platinum, worldwide platinum, excuse me. And so he ripped it apart, he shredded it, he shredded it. And then this guy is about ready to walk into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Well deserved, okay. And I'm like, what? So that tells me is that sometimes your age can put your britches in a bind because you're not old enough to even understand the artist that wrote that, the time frame, and when it came out, and what he's talking about, because everybody don't write simple lyrics. Some people write in very abstract ways of writing songs, and you have to really listen to the lyrics in order to get what he's talking about.
But maybe they just don't like it. Maybe it's just not for them. Maybe they
Well,
just want to
yeah,
hear a song and it's going too deep, and they're like, I don't feel like all of this. Get to the point. Because me, I'm that person. Sometimes, depends on the type of song, I'll wait and catch it. Otherwise, if it's taking too long to get to the point, I don't have time for that. Move on. So like that's why I'm like, it could be kind of
yeah. I didn't get like
right.
oh man,
It's a process. It's a process.
you know,
You'll figure it out. It'll be fine. And is it going to be visual, like video?
it's like yeah, I'm gonna be sitting here and I'm gonna be playing the video. I have
Uh-huh.
my green screen right there that I couldn't get up in time.
Uh-huh.
It's right there. I have the mic all have everything that I possibly need. I'm gonna get my IT buddy over here with me, and when I say launch date, I'm gonna launch it, and I'm gonna pray on the name, like
Yeah,
you
pray on
said.
it.
So I'll have it, and I'm not gonna have. I want all genres, okay?
Right.
I can't, but if I like rap, my rap that I like and I'm so used to is from a certain time frame,
Yeah, mine
you
too.
know,
Now it's too much. That's my
yeah,
I'm like y'all doing too much and doing nothing. That's my opinion. That's my
okay,
so I don't, you know, I just choose not to deal with it. So I'm not judging you on what you like. It's just not
exactly.
my
That's how I am too. I'm not judging you. It's just not for me.
it's, it's not for me.
Expect me, and
Right.
I respect you. Come on,
I
you know.
respect you, you respect me. Do you, I'm gonna do me. That's my opinion. Now, before we go, I don't think I mentioned this to you, but what somebody asked me this, Sam asked me this. What do you want your legacy to be? What is your legacy?
When I'm all stretched out with my fedora on my head, I want somebody to say, this man right here never gave up. Okay? I want to be in a shining example to young people out here. Where am I looking to the camera? Out here, that it is never, ever too late to pursue your heartfelt dreams. Never too late. As long as you're sucking air, make it happen.
You're right.
Make it happen. I'm an OG from the hood. I'm telling you, you can do it. You can do it. There's people out there that would love to work with you. There's people out there, that you have to and don't be afraid. You can't be afraid, Bumpy. You can't. You have to step up. You have to step out on faith. Pray on it. Say, Lord, I'm going out here. Help me. Are you right here with me? Okay, let's go. We all talk to the Lord our different way.
Right.
He knows I'm crazy James, right? Oh boy, what do you want today? You probably laughing at me now, but I'm very very spiritual. I can't say I'm very very religious.
Yeah, I don't do
Uh,
religion. I'm
no,
spiritual. I don't
no, I learned my lesson. It's definitely
yeah,
not for me. Okay, I got
yeah.
my opinion for myself. I keep it. I think. Well, we're not going to go there for another show, but I
Religion
think
is divisive. Religion is
the love of
divisive.
the
That's my
Lord is not hard, and it's not. How can I say? Man makes the love of the Lord hard.
they do.
I,
They make it impossible.
I say it hard. I said it.
They
I'm
do.
sorry.
They no, but it's what look, I say stuff like that all the time in different words. Yeah, it's man is they're blocking. They really are. They put all these rules and everything and all these guidelines and it makes it impossible to have that relationship. And it's all about your relationship.
We counting. Let's hit stack. Yeah, 100, 200.
Yeah, it's all about the relationship. Forget
Yeah.
get that dumb mess. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna give you thank you for coming on. I'm gonna give you your final words. What do you want the people to know? What do you want people to know about your music? Where can they find you? How can they get you? Um, if people want to reach out to you, well, they can always go back and follow and comment on Tea Time with Bunky, YouTube, Facebook. Go comment, ask him questions or whatever. But how can people directly get in contact with you if they want to talk to you or book you on a show or come on your show down the road or work with you? How can people What are your final words?
Okay, well, I could be contacted
Yeah.
through YouTube, uh, Facebook, um, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on all of those platforms, and um, just type in the name. Uh, I didn't give you a list of all of the sites that I was on, did I?
I got YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Reverb Nation.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So you got Spotify. I don't know if you can contact me through Spotify, though, can you?
No, they
Uh,
those are just places where they can see you or listen to your music or whatever.
right.
They can
Right.
contact you on Facebook, Instagram.
Right.
Maybe if they comment on your YouTube video, maybe, but you don't want people.
Well, I have a website. I don't know if you checked it out. I don't know if it's still up because it was under construction. It's
Oh,
www.jhbmusicbyjhb.com. I don't know if that's still up or not. Somebody was trying to help me with that because I was getting beat up, ripped off by. I got ripped off for like $500.
www dot.
Musicbyjhb.com. You can tell me if it's shut down or not. But I didn't pay the bill, and I don't think they left it open because I was mad. Um, I'm trying not to have to deal with so many people because everybody
Yeah,
has to
it's a
pay.
lot. It is. It's a lot. Your email. Do you have an email?
Yes, Borg,
Okay.
BORG
BORG.
30096
Huh?
30096 at Yahoo. Borg, like cyborg. BORG.
BORG. Okay. So you guys, if you want to reach him,
There you,
no, that's
oh,
not the
yes,
one.
there you go.
Email him at board396 at yahoo.com.
That's it.
For anybody that wants to reach out to you or whatever. But you, after, not after the show, maybe tomorrow or whatever, if you want to go back to the YouTube pages, both my Kanitha and my Tea Time, respond, because most views, like I say all the time, come after the show, and comment, respond, um, all of that. We're going to get ready to end this because it's 8:04. But if you can hold on 1 minute, I would like to once again thank all of my Tea Time with Bunky followers and subscribers. Those that interacted tonight, thank you. I appreciate you. Make sure you tell a friend, like, share, follow, and subscribe to Tea Time with Bunky. You can listen to this show next Thursday at 8 a.m. Next Thursday, on Culture. First of all, download Zeno FM. It's free radio app, and you can listen to Culture Shock. This show next Thursday, Culture Shock, Rock Box Radio, Radio Facetto, and Wap the Music. And on Sundays at 12 p.m. on Confidence Radio, um, you can listen. It's a totally different vibe when you listen to it on the radio. I love it. And I'm also tonight after the show, I'm going to download this show and you can listen to it on Pandora Radio, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, Radio Public, Google Podcast, Pocket Podcast, iHeartRadio, Cashbox, and Amazon Music. I think that's it. Make sure you go back, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tea Time with Bunky. That's why I said keep the name, James. Like, pray on it so you can keep the name. You my YouTube Tea Time with Bunky, trying to get my numbers up because eventually we're going to filter out of YouTube and Facebook, and I want you all to be able to continue to watch. Next week I have DJ Lisa Love coming on. It's a follow up from her story, and we're getting into the Christmas holiday. Um, yeah, her story was awesome. So her show is next week. I have some awesome shows coming up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You guys don't want to miss it. Hit the alert on YouTube. Like, share, follow, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. So until next week, I appreciate you guys. Bye-bye now.